sit there and look goofy as hell.
Not hard to do for me.
He is a big goof.
Welcome to another episode of The Intellectuals. I'm back from Italy.
Wow. Look what the cat dragged in.
First, I would like to say a shout out to Sam Adamo for holding it down for me and for hosting. I appreciate it. You did a good job from what I've heard.
He did a fantastic job.
I'm a big fan of his.
I listened to it a bit, and I'm glad, you know, like he saw the lunacy in him. I'm glad he also came in blind hosting the episode.
Yeah,
that was really funny. Because you see,
he had no clue what was going on.
Yeah, you see him. You see Sam Adamo, the handsome Persian man, I call him, slowly descend into Adam's madness.
Madness.
And it was fun. And I hear your top 5.5 was garbage.
It was
Well,
something.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of had to come up with it really quickly, so it's better something than nothing, right? Otherwise, I'm not contributing.
It's not like you're mostly unemployed and you have a lot of time during the day. No, it's not at all.
I'm guilty of bad time management.
But the thing is, because I haven't forgotten about this, we spoke about it on 2 Drink Minimum, and it's been in my phone for a month, and I've been waiting to talk about it. Before I left, we had an episode, and we're supposed to record 2, but we ended up recording 1 because you had bowel movement problems.
You did have a bowel problem.
remember.
Bro, I will say I've never seen or experienced this by a human being. What he did to that bathroom.
Oh yeah, you were here for that.
It makes it look like he commits war crimes in bathrooms compared to me. Yeah, it smells, but everything is clean after and neat. Okay, dude, what you did, bro, to that bathroom, we have to talk about it. Okay, it was before I left. I've been holding on to it, and I've been mad at it. You shit all over that bowl, bro. I don't know how you got shit outside onto the bowl. Like, you didn't sit down. Like, what happened? Can you
Do you squat like a
dude,
lady?
Don't remember. I really don't.
How do you not
I know it was
how you
dirty.
take a shit?
But there was. Okay, wait.
Bro, I
wait.
can't-
You know what's not fair? It's like I'm being pounced on. I'm being pounced on. I remember that there was only the last
you're
toilet
being
paper
pounced
there.
on how you pounced on that
last
toilet bowl.
toilet paper was there, and all of a sudden I thought you guys didn't use toilet. Don't you think I would have approached you and said, "Hey, there's no
So hold
toilet paper"?
on. You shat all over the bowl. Okay, it's the shit on the toilet bowl, and then instead of you didn't even wipe your ass, you just left. You just put on your pants and left.
That's not
There's
true.
no more
Okay,
toilet
okay.
paper.
I
You
used the last toilet paper that was
Okay.
there.
But here's the reason why he was saying that. I already told you is because when we went in and it was a disaster. Basically, you didn't flush it. There was shit everywhere over leaking. There was no. It was just pure shit. There was no paper.
What do they call it when you have to do the plunger? Those are 2 separate matters.
What?
No.
As-
We're saying is since you didn't flush, since there was shit everywhere.
I did, but it was going. You know when it's going.
I know,
up?
no, but what I'm trying to tell you is there was no paper there. It was just shit. That's what he's trying to tell you. That's why he thought that you didn't wipe your ass because there was no visible paper. There was just visible shit everywhere.
I
Yeah.
had flushed it before.
That doesn't make any sense because the shit's on top. Shouldn't the paper be on top? If it was the last thing that went in. That's what he was saying. That's what I'm trying to
And
explain
what
to
drove
you.
me more nuts about that, it isn't like because mishaps can happen to everyone, right?
Yeah.
Is the fact that you left it like that.
Yes.
That's what irks me.
And then-
is you just left diarrhea on the toilet bowl, bro.
Everywhere. And the best was your fix. You go, when we finally confronted you, you go, oh, we'll just put a note on the door.
You piece of shit, bro.
A similar situation happened when I was working doing the telemarketing. I remember the bathroom.
Now we know why why he got fired.
The bathroom, like, what do you call it when it doesn't flush?
Overflow.
Yeah, the bathroom was overflowing.
It was clogged.
Listen, I let I don't remember what it was. I let someone in. It sounds like a weird thing. I remember somebody in the hallway was walking by, like a maintenance guy, said, "Hey, your bathroom is overflowing. Don't put it on my ass." Not in those words,
Even though
but
it came out of your
It's
ass.
your ass that the problem is
choice
you
of words.
the problem is you put your ass on it. That's the
That was
problem.
a good pun, but anyway.
So I've been holding on to that, by the way, for a month.
That
Every time-
if we're being honest, that was crazy.
Every time I opened my phone and looked at my notes, that I would remind me. I was like, oh, I cannot forget to talk about this. Cannot. That's insane. Don't do that ever again, by the way. And then after when I went, because, here's another thing. He didn't want me to go investigate because Pantelis went to the washroom first. He came back freaking out, told me
So
to go
what's
see.
going on?
And then
Yeah.
you tried to stop me from going to go investigate. You're like,
Smart
no,
move.
I'll go fix it. And then I went and I saw. And then I saw you
But
running to the bathroom.
I came forward and said it's me.
Yeah, because you had no choice. And
You didn't come forward. I went, discovered, and then I confronted you,
Exactly.
and then you admitted.
And I didn't hide it. I said,
No, but what you should have done is in the beginning, hey guys,
Oh, yeah.
there's a situation in the
Yeah.
bathroom that I caused.
You waited until we discovered it, and then I came back, and then, bro, I like it was so bad. Like, think about this: I had to remove all of your items from the studio and put them outside.
Yeah, he
for
was
you to
very
collect.
nervous. He was very
I was so I'm sorry, Adam, but I was so. Why am I sorry? Fuck you. I was so disgusted.
He was very disgusted.
Like, and this is coming from me. By
Who's
the
a
way.
disgusting human being.
Exactly. So, anyways, that's the Adam shit story.
God damn.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, I have something to say for myself. How many times have I been here on this podcast? What, 20, 30, whatever, right?
A lot.
That's happened once, okay? I've used the bathroom there before. Nothing like that happened before. So, you know?
I mean, he does have you there. It did only happen once. It's one time too many, but it did only happen once.
I only raped out a woman one time in my life. That's the
Why'd
only
you
time.
say that
I've
on
been
camera?
I've been around women all the time in my life. I've only. You're basically saying the same thing.
I have a friend who said this in a very funny way. Listen to this. He says, Your Honor.
Wait, what?
It's a joke, right? But you're in front of a judge and now you're facing murder, and you're facing a murder trial, and you're facing the judge. You're saying, Your Honor, I killed the shortest guy around. It was a little midget. I killed a person that was only, you don't see these types of people. You get the joke, right? Like it was something so out of the ordinary. It only happened once. It's ridiculous. You still committed a murder. You get,
All right. So how was Italy?
Bro, Italy was amazing. I'm gonna start from the north. Milan is fucking expensive, dude. I spent 4 days there, and I spent 500 euros in 4 days. I don't even know where it went between museums and food and this.
Did
very
you
expensive.
plan or did you top up your cards?
No, there was planning.
Okay, so you had the money that you're gonna spend.
Yeah.
You didn't
yeah.
overspend.
No.
Okay.
I came back with money actually. The first time I go on vacation. I
Oh,
come back
like you
with
didn't
money.
spend it all.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I came back with less than I expected, but
You
still.
stole some food.
No. So Milan was nice. The Duomo.
He was the Milan Aladdin.
I went to the Duomo in Milan, and it is the third biggest Gothic cathedral in the world. Bro, and you know the Lord of the Rings scene in the Fellowship of the Ring where they're running and they're being chased by goblins? And they have those long pillars in the mountain. That's what it felt like walking in. Bro, it was so grand. It made you feel...
Like all the Algerians around you were goblins.
Milan, not that many. We're going to get to that in a minute. Naples
Did you drive from place to
flooded.
place, or did you take the train?
Huh?
Did you drive from city to city? Did you
No,
take the
train. They have high-speed trains there, bullet trains, that go 350 kilometers an hour. So your 10-hour drive is cut down to 3.5 hours. So Milan, then I went to Lake Como, bro. Lake Como, amazing. Beautiful, bro. Like the weather, everything. And I bonded with some Italian locals because the tourists kept pissing me off, especially the French ones. I have to say, bro, if you're listening to this and you're French, go fuck yourself. And if you're not French and you're listening to this, find the nearest French person
Tell them that.
and tell them to go fuck themselves.
You mean French from France?
French from France.
Why-
The
what
most
happened?
entitled fucking pricks, bro, I've ever met in my goddamn fucking life, bro. Okay, so it's crowded, right? And you walk up, there's another person walking towards you. You do the little shoulder, you move your shoulder out of the way a little bit so you can create some space, and they do the same thing. It's a considerate thing. Most people do this, from my understanding. I'm an animal, but I mean, I'm not that kind of animal. You know what I mean? These fucking French, bro, you move out of the way, you try to be considerate, and they still fucking run into you. And then they act like it's your problem for being there while it's crowded. Fuck you, bro. And then I got mad, bro, in Lake Como, and I bonded over this local Italian old man who walked into a restaurant and we were hungry, and they had just closed for lunchtime. And I go, bro, these fucking tourists piss me off, bro. He's like, these fucking tourists. And he
went crazy?
He went crazy, bro. Fuck them. Yeah,
He didn't realize that you were a tourist.
I go, I'm a tourist too, bro, but I have respect. Because I know I could tell from the way you speak. You're very nice.
Because if you could tell something from Poseidon when you first meet him, is that he's very nice and he has respect.
So for the locals, because I understand I'm a tourist, and I understand that for some of them, like, it could be a pain in the ass, man. Like, some of the Italians' faces, like, they were mad.
Yeah.
Because first
Because
of all,
of the behavior of the French?
no. That too. Also, the capacity at Lake Como per village is 2,000 tourists per day. 5,000 a day were coming in. So there's no space. They were sitting on steps. These fucking French idiots were sitting on steps. There's clear signs saying, please do not block the pathways of the village, of the steps.
they're blocking
And they're
them.
fucking blocking the pathway. And then at some point I realized, okay, they're not considerate for me. I'm not going to be considerate for them. Then I bump into one, bro. The guy goes flying off of me. He starts yelling, putain! And I'm like, that's what happens.
Oh, he ran into you?
He ran into me, bounced off, and then I'm the problem.
Did you speak to him in French, or did you not bother?
In French, yeah. I go, ben, c'est ça qui arrive. I go, and then he was mad. He kept saying shit under his breath. I couldn't be bothered. So, anyways, that was the most frustrating part of my voyage. But all in all, it was chill. And then I went to Genova. Genova was nice. There was a migrant that tried to rob us.
Nice.
Sub-Saharan African, and he's like selling bracelets and shit, right? And usually, most of these guys, I tell them, no, it's good, we're good, back off, you know? And they'd back off. This guy, bro, doesn't he come close? And he touches my girlfriend to try and like snatch something.
Poseidon doesn't like touchy because that's your girlfriend.
So I turn around, bro, clench my fist. I go, what the fuck did I say like this, bro? I go, you fucking idiot. What the fuck? Like this. I start swearing at him in English. I don't give a fuck. Oh, good. The guy panics. And it was near the aquarium in Genova. Genova, by the way, has
So he's like, how did this whale escape the aquarium?
So there's 42 palaces in Genova, by the way.
Did anybody see this?
Yeah, but nobody gives a fuck. So then I guess I scared him because even after when we were repassing through there, because we had to go to other places and shit, he even told his buddies, like, no, ignore this guy. You were going to say, go ahead.
No, I have a similar tale, but I can't say that happened, but I can't say it on air.
No problem.
I'll tell you after.
Well, mine does not convict me of anything. So.
No, mine is just, it brings more questions, so I'll say it off air.
So, okay.
It's one of those.
Yeah, I get
We're
it.
having the day.
Yeah. Wait, what?
No, we're having the day. This is the day where I keep telling you stuff that I'm like, we gotta talk about it later.
Was this you were in Europe and shit? Same thing.
No, this happened a week ago.
Anyway, you'll tell me after.
Yeah.
So there was that. Genova was amazing. What I loved about Italy, man, is you're chilling and it's these tight little corridors in the city, right? And then all of a sudden you come out and it's like a main boulevard, and bro, there's sidewalks. They have these giant pillars and they're covered, and everything's like a luxury store. It's fucking insane. And then after you're back into some little corridors. And then all of a sudden, bro, you walk out into this giant area where I would call a square. And it's the size...
You would call it that. That's a good term. We should coin that.
I think it is a square, but it's the size of 2 football fields. And it's just a random monument sitting in the middle. And
It's Sam Adamo.
Yeah,
There's a Sam Adamo monument.
Sam Adamo monument. It's a giant monument of like the Triumph, like a Triumph gate or whatever. And then it's just fields of flowers and trees and this. It's just random in the middle, bro. And they had this all over in every city, bro. And I found it, I don't know, fascinating, bro. Because here we have parks, but our parks are boring. You know what I mean? They don't have
It's also a new city. This is like, what, 200 years old? We're talking about 1,000-year-old places, way different.
thousands of years old. Yeah. And then, so that was Genova. Genova, bro, their focaccia. By the way, I was eating pizza every day. I lost 10 pounds.
Isn't
Go
that bread?
figure. Yeah, it's bread. Thank you.
Yeah, but you're also walking.
Yeah, I was walking 17 kilometers a day average. 15, I would say. Because there were some days we didn't do anything. And then, dude, the focaccia, because Genova is the birthplace of focaccia and pesto. Bro, phenomenal. Had fresh pasta. I was never a pasta guy. And
That's a lie.
There I was a big pasta guy. I was like, well, bro, the
You're
pasta
still a big
here-
pasta guy. I want you to know this.
I don't go crazy over pasta. Like, I'll have it, but I won't like, I'm craving pasta here. You know what I mean?
Adam, what did you do this week?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mentioned it on my last podcast.
You
I
finally
haven't-
got a
I
job.
haven't- Yeah.
We're very proud of you. We're very happy.
I haven't lost it.
I mean, judging by what you told me, I don't think you can lose it because the fact that you got it was a shock to me.
Yeah. What job is that?
Driving.
Yeah, exactly.
Driving what?
I drive people.
Like a truck
It's
driver?
a company that has a contract with various places,
Yeah.
like the casino and all that. I drive from place to place. I drive people from.
That's part of the problem.
The only way I get fired if I don't drive properly. My job entails driving.
I feel like
Also, if you
or if I
molest
lose
one of
my
your
driver's
passengers.
license,
Yeah.
well, maybe.
Or lose one of
if
your
I
passengers.
lose my driver's license, but
And I'm going to be honest,
I've been a
knowing
driver
the
for 25
passengers you
years.
have, I think bringing them to the casino might also be a deal breaker.
why would you say that? I can read that. It's so fucking insane. I can't, bro. So, do you enjoy this job? How long have you had it?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I was going to say, but you're not allowed. Because I was going to say, if I give you candy, will you give them candy? But you said they're not allowed to have candy in your car.
Yeah,
Is that your rule?
the companies.
It's not your car.
But technically,
That's-
they said they're not allowed eating. But if they take a candy and
And
then
they
pop it
suck
in
it.
their mouth,
And
and
then
then
probably warn them you're not.
You're not allowed
No.
eating, but they're not allowed, but they're allowed sucking. Is that what you're saying?
exactly.
But that's a weird technicality.
You got me on that one.
Also, it's not the type of people that he should say, "Do you guys want to suck something?" It's gonna. We're gonna see him on the news.
Oh man. Listen, I guess the most appropriate way for me to express myself is I'll let Poseidon take care of the 5.5.
Why'd you say it like that?
But
Poseidon.
I will share the ideas as per my 5.5, just the stuff that I want to share
ahead.
with you, okay? The topics are basically the most commonly used set of do's and don'ts in most people's lives.
That's a good short list. Yeah,
Now,
that's a great title.
I can't help but wonder. I think we know that Pantelis is a pretty wise man, and he knows what's normal, what's not, and how to distinguish between one and the other.
Yeah,
right?
don't base normality on me, bro. You're going to hell.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, it was just some stuff that was. Other people are welcome to share how the following phenomenon affect them, but I'll start on how it affects me. Sammy said this on one of the episodes, and he says, I asked him, I said, I'm trying to remember how he said it. So I said, I did something. Okay, I asked him if what he thought I was doing was illegal, about getting caught. And then he said, hold on. The reason I was on house arrest for God knows how long, right?
That's why you were on
Why
house
are we
arrest.
still talking about this?
I'm a little.
But I
I'm
love how you
leading from
asked
that to
if
something
whether or not it
else.
was illegal. It was clearly illegal. That's why you were under house arrest.
I asked him if he thought it was illegal, and he says, "You got fished. I'm not worried about legality or illegality. I'm worried about you getting fished. You got.
Yeah.
Well, fished is the perfect word.
got fished.
You were in a place where you got set up, and all of a sudden,
Tuned.
he said it perfectly. When you have CP, I don't want to repeat what that stands for on your computer. You're
Yeah,
fucked.
no. Given your current job, you cannot be anywhere near CP, bro.
Anywhere near what?
CP.
What's CP?
You'll have to review an episode. It's too embarrassing to say. Something very illegal.
The most illegal thing you could have on your computer, Poseidon.
Yeah, you get caught with it, you're fucked.
But wait, hold on.
Give you a hint.
Why was
No,
that
I
even a topic of discussion?
Okay.
Because he was trying to delete his hard drive.
I was making reference to what Sammy said. I asked Sammy, do you think, in your opinion, never mind legal principles, in your opinion, do you believe what I was doing is illegal? And he said, I don't care if it's legal or illegal.
Hold on. Pause. Are you asking if CP is illegal to have on your hard drive? Is that what you're asking?
know
What
it
he's
is.
saying is he knows it's illegal. What he's saying is Sammy's point of view. Does Sammy frown upon his behavior?
He used it as a reference.
So you have CP on your hard drive?
No, Sammy used it as a reference. This is how I gauge. I'm repeating
Bro,
Sammy's
I
words.
swear to God.
Listen, please. These are Sammy's words. This is a way that I gauge if what you're doing is illegal or not illegal. If you have CP on your drive, it's illegal. Those were his words.
Those are his words.
So I asked him about what
Those
I
are society's
did, which
words.
has nothing to do with CP, and he says, I'm not worried about legality. I'm just worried about you got fished. That's how I gauge whether you got screwed or not. He switched over from legal principles to being fished terminal principles, okay?
You shouldn't talk to anyone, is what I'm
Yeah,
because
dude, seriously?
you're gonna end up in
Seriously?
jail,
Because,
bro.
I'm getting, no, bro. You need to...
You need to shut the fuck up.
Bro, what the fuck?
Okay, fine.
Never talk about crimes you've committed in the past
Forget
ever.
it.
Never talk
Fine.
about potential crimes.
Forget about all this preamble. I wanted to say,
CP.
as per his... forget CP, forget it. As per Sammy's reference...
I swear to God, if it ever comes out that you've had CP on your
it
fucking hard drive,
hasn't.
I will personally bury
No
you.
problem. But I haven't, so there's no need for you to do that, okay?
So why bring it up, though? Why?
It's not on the hard drive, Poseidon. It's on the cloud.
I gave an example of how Sammy looked at things. He gave me an analogy.
It was an analogy. That's not an
Okay?
analogy.
So
I don't know, bro. I feel
Well,
I feel like
okay.
Sam
No, no, no,
Adamo
no, no.
sensed...
Hold on.
I'm digging so deep in this, I can't even make my point.
No, make your point in 1 second. I just gotta say something. It's not an analogy. When he says don't CP is bad, it's not a metaphor. He's being literal.
All I wanted to say is, as per Sammy's words, which I turned into words of advice, don't get fished. That's it. That was going to be
But
one
what
of
does
my-
that have to do with CP, bro? What is
He
bro?
gave
I
an
can't, bro.
example.
Hold on, pause,
Oh,
bro. I came back from vacation, bro. There have been people cutting me off on the highway, and I haven't lost my cool like this, bro. What does that have to do, bro?
That's another
With
way
what
of
you
getting
did.
fished.
With what you did.
Nothing.
How does that mean getting fished? How does CP mean you got fished, bro? How do you get
Okay,
fished into having CP,
okay,
bro?
okay.
What are we saying,
Okay.
bro? It's not the same thing, bro. What are you telling me, bro? Are you fucking insane, bro?
I should have never mentioned it.
What are you saying, bro?
Why don't we ask Sammy?
What are you asking? What, bro? What are you saying,
I
bro?
am
How do you get fished into having CP, bro? It's
I'm
not the
crying.
same thing, bro. Stop it. Stop mentioning it, bro. What are you
Okay,
saying,
okay,
bro?
okay. Okay. Should I delete those
Don't
words?
stop talking, bro.
I'm fucking crying.
What?
What's happening? This is the
Let me
greatest
move on to
show.
the next point, okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
what's the next
please.
Do not go into business with people who may be, again, the general heading, and it makes perfect sense. You just have to listen. Commonly set used of do's and don'ts that people should adhere to in their everyday lives. Don't go into business with people who look to have sinister intentions. Does that make sense to everybody in this room? I'm advising people about how not to get yourself screwed over, okay? I made the point earlier, forget it. Now I'm making a second one.
Okay.
Thank you.
God
Thank
damn it.
you.
What's the next point? What's the next one?
You know what? I'm actually going to be embarrassing myself, so I'd rather not mention
No,
that
see the
one.
next one. Now we're in.
No, you have to, bro.
You were talking about the time that I worked as a valet driver, and my point was, if you work as a valet driver, make sure you understand the legal terms associated with what happens if you happen to get into an accident with the car you're parking.
That's good advice.
And I'm gonna let people watch the prior episode. I'm not gonna repeat what happened. So
You crashed someone's car.
I
What's
gotta
the next
do a
one?
fender mender.
Fuck, bro. What's the next one?
What's the next one, Adam?
Oh, no, now you gotta mention them, bro. You can't. You started off strong. I gotta say.
Okay, we were talking in a prior podcast. I'm not sure if you were here or not. We were talking about a certain person who I finally was able to basically tell to get lost.
Yeah.
I don't want you in my life anymore. And the moral of the story is, don't get goaded. I'm sure you guys know the word goaded, right? Don't get goaded by sinister-minded people to drive them God knows where. When I'm pretty sure, I think we can both acknowledge, based on the logic we're perceiving here, he was probably shoplifting. He was doing something sinister, and I was supporting him. So don't get goaded into doing those kinds of things.
But you just said that you supported
You know,
him.
hold on. Have you noticed the pattern here?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that pattern that he's been? It's never. I don't know. It's always he got tricked.
They looked older.
It's always I got tricked into this.
Well, I'm giving you clear terminology regarding
I'm not
why
saying
I
it for
got
you. I'm not
tricked.
saying it for you. I'm saying it for the viewers.
Okay.
Keep going
well,
next.
Fine. I was wondering if there was a point.
There was a point,
Oh.
but you wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
Keep
okay.
going.
No, that was it. It was just some ideas regarding
That's the list?
Yeah.
my personal advice in terms of the second set of do's and don'ts that people should adhere to. And I gave you the don'ts.
So don't
What are the
get
do's?
Don't get. So the first one is don't get
didn't make
fished
any
into.
do's.
CP.
Don't get fished into downloading CP, right? Because that's
Fucking
that's
LimeWire, bro.
everyone walks in their daily life being worried about this.
You're
I
one
don't know-
download away from
I
going
don't
to jail.
understand how you've ever been worried about this.
You've never used LimeWire.
I've used LimeWire, bro, and I've downloaded some questionable things. Nothing nowhere near that. Don't get fished into committing crimes. Everything is you getting fished for doing illegal shit.
Maybe it's just you wanting to do illegal.
Maybe it's just you
Listen,
wanting to do
okay,
this shit.
So here is the place where my integrity comes into the equation. Okay.
Oh,
if
'cause
these
you have
people
integrity.
never existed, I would have been fine. You know.
I think that's the problem. That you're blaming other people. But what about your decisions leading to that? Because
If
no one
guns
forced
never
you.
existed, I
Okay.
would have never shot that person.
Your reasoning makes sense, but I'm trying to clarify people's minds. He would have never found himself influenced by said person. He would have never found himself going down that path.
Okay, but here's the thing: that you don't have a situation where it's one time. You've gone down many
Two or
paths.
three.
Yeah, so it's not one person. It's you. You're the common denominator.
Exactly.
So fine. I'd like to read you word for word what I said. I
Right.
said, do not get people with sinister intentions goad you into finding yourself in these traps. I'm
So, but
actually
in this case,
explaining
aren't
why
you
I
let
got
get-
goaded. I didn't say, hey, so-and-so, let's go do shoplifting. Let's go,
But I know, but you're the common denominator with all of them. So it's like it's almost as if you're the one leading them.
It's almost as if you're the
Believe what you
mastermind,
want.
actually.
Believe what you want. And remember, one key piece of information here. I'm so glad this certain individual is no longer in my life. And I bumped into him, would have maybe a month ago, and I walked right past him.
Where? Where'd you bump into him?
Near where my mother lives.
He was walking?
Yeah.
Was he looking for you?
No.
Did he talk to you?
He spoke to me for about, 2.5 seconds?
What did he say?
Could I have a word with you? I said, I don't want to talk to you. I went like this, and I walked away.
Talk to the hand.
Meaning, yeah, I should have said that, but anyway.
Good.
So
Good job,
my,
LaQuisha.
I'm hoping people will be able to kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together that are listening. You got yourself into trouble. You made it a point to put a big wall up in case the next trouble ever comes. That's all. Oh, you can say whatever you want in terms of your reaction, but I hope on a serious note, What I'm saying makes some sense.
It makes sense. What are the do's? You had the do's and don'ts. So there's the don'ts. What are the do's?
I have one do. Develop a better sense of self-preservation.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, you're
Doesn't that
something
apply
else.
to just living? Like, who's walking and being like, I'm going to just jump in front of a moving train?
You know, I think authors and screenwriters
No
have
one can
aspired to write
you.
a character like
no
Adam.
one can create you.
Yeah, no, I have
No
to
one
say,
can create me.
there's something
Why
really.
do you say that?
You're so unique. No one can imagine you unless it's you. Like, they can't.
They can't
if
write
I
you.
tried
They
to
can't create
write
you.
someone like you without meeting you, it would be impossible.
Okay, let's use our imagination, all three of us.
Yeah.
Are there any books, fiction or nonfiction, that are written about people who constantly get screwed over? There's got to be.
Yeah, the Quran.
Talking about people, not commandments, but
No, the Quran.
What? The commandments are.
People getting screwed over in the Quran the whole time if you read it.
but I was thinking more about individual people and individual situations. The Quran talks about many people and millions of people that are subscribing to original religion.
No,
I'm
it
talking
talks.
about
It tells stories about stuff
Oh,
that
yeah?
happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know what it's all about, but besides that, can you think of any examples? A book, a fictional,
Do you? Can you? Poseidon, does he have a? Can you give him a paper and a pen?
Here,
I'm
use
just
this one.
curious. If I were to ask you right now, using your imagination, just draw what you think the Prophet Muhammad looks like.
Oh boy, I have no clue in the world.
Try it. Just try it. I want to see how close you are.
I'm not an artist, man.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect.
I think I'll pass.
I think you should do it.
Give it your best go, and then we're gonna do it. We're gonna put it side by side and see how accurate it is.
Do you have some artist agent waiting for me when the podcast is over?
Somewhat, sorry?
Some artist agent, someone
Yeah.
who's gonna.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, someone's gonna be waiting for you.
Oh man.
Al Qaeda.
It's a horrible picture, but anyway. I don't know, man.
Let's see.
Oh man.
Hold it up.
No, you look at it.
Hold it up. This is a so
That's fucking jihad right now. The fucking jihad on Adam, bro.
They're gonna put a what's it called? A fatwa. on
Yeah, bro, your name is Jihadum.
Jihad.
Well, okay, there's a fat one on Adam now.
I
So.
know this is a comedy show, but it's so hard at times to know when you're serious and when this is a joke. The last serious thing you said is, I can't picture any narrator depicting you in a story.
Exactly.
And now it jumped from that to me drawing a picture of something.
That's why
I don't know what to
we
tell you
can't
guys.
fathom somebody who could write you up. That's why. Like you just I don't
What's the over-under on him getting killed?
I don't know, they're pretty busy right now.
That is true, yeah.
They're pretty busy right now.
Thank you, Israel.
Ross, I can't, bro. This is insane, bro. I have to say,
I'll tell you what,
I kind of missed this.
I wanted to twist the subject heading slightly.
Go ahead.
Why? I understand. Okay, let me rephrase. I was going to say I understand why Sammy acted the way he did, but actually I'm having trouble. I think Sammy may have been a little bit on the perplexed side when him and I started talking. 'cause
You
he
are
had trouble.
perplexing.
Okay, that's all I want to hear. And the suggestions behind why I may be of that type of person?
Yeah, I don't know. It's the way you were brought up.
I don't know. Just watch the past 30 episodes. I mean, to be fair, even by watching them, you'll be, I think, end up being more confused.
You're a bit of a confusing individual.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is actually good for you guys because, hey, we have a guy who attracts attention. He's a weird guy, but he still attracts the
You
viewers.
definitely attract attention. You're gonna attract all kinds of attention. Let me
The
tell
wrong
you.
kind of attention.
Yeah.
Speaking of things I
I
missed.
hope you like sand.
Speaking of things I missed. This week's official top 5.5. Dance, Adam, dance.
This
Dance.
week's top 5 and a hizzy. All right, we're gonna do it. This week's top 5.5 things I missed while on vacation.
In Italy. I forgot to write that. but
Doesn't
whatever.
matter. Number 5, my PlayStation 5.
So I thought I was gonna miss my PlayStation or video games in general, like a more, but sorry, because I felt like I was in a video game for the most part.
You were
missed
getting
it less.
fulfilled. You got your dopamine fix.
Exactly, you know. So because I felt like I was on an adventure like a video game, I didn't miss it as much, but I still missed, like, you know, you get home after like a long day and you just lounge out, play some video games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a dry throat.
We're already moving on to number 4, my toilet bowl and Joe Biden.
So my toilet bowl and bidet, I missed. Toilet bowl not as much because they have pretty normal, decent toilet bowls, but my bidet I missed because the bidets over there.
Bidet? I've never heard that word. What is it?
Are you serious?
Yes, I've never heard that word.
A bidet.
Okay, it surprises you after the toilet thing.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, a bidet is something that instead of using toilet paper, you use a bidet. It's you sit on it. It's another bowl or an attachment to your toilet bowl that shoots out water, and it cleans your bum. I bet it is. So the bidets in Italy, I gotta say, it was cool to have, but weak because the water, instead of shooting hard, it shoots soft, like meh, you know, it falls downwards, like, you know, like a limp dick, right? And the thing is, you had to use your hand to then wash, and then you had to wash your hands, you know. So that was a little bit annoying about that. And then you had to use a towel, and then some of my towels, like they had specific towels for the bidet usage, but then some of them they were white, so they had shit stains after I used them. So I was very upset. I was like, fuck, now I look like an animal, which I am, but still, you know what I mean? It still bothered me to seem that way. So I definitely missed my bidet. That was it.
All right, bidet. Number 3, proper showers. You know what I don't like about Europe is sometimes they don't have good shower pressure.
So this is a big one, and not just the shower pressure, which I was surprised it wasn't such a big deal in Italy. The big deal is the size of the showers. Dude, I was in where was it?
Doesn't matter. You're in Italy.
In Florence. The hotel in Florence, bro.
That's in the north, right?
Yes. Tuscany. The hotel in Florence, bro. Beautiful hotel room. Very nice, very clean, very neat. Bro, the shower was as big as like my elbows were touching. Were touching. And it was like it was a square closet, basically. And bro, if I dropped my soap, I had to open the doors, bend over, because I could not bend over. It was so small, I could not bend over to pick up the soap, the bar of soap.
Good for you. No accidents to be made.
That's how small it was. So I would say the size, but here's the thing: I am an abnormally large man.
Just for you, it's Burgelli.
Oh God, that's funny. So yeah, so I would say the size of the showers, small, very small. All right, moving on.
Let's go. It's number 2. Driving. I miss driving. I drive you crazy. Adam drives me wild. I miss driving.
So, because if you're gonna stay towards the center of the cities in Italy, like Rome, Florence, all these cities, driving is just not reasonable because certain cars cannot park in certain areas and blah blah blah, and you end up getting racking up like a lot of tickets. So I took a lot of public transit. So in these 20 days, I didn't drive at all. And it was especially towards the end of the trip, I saw people driving, and I was actually envious of people driving. Like I really started missing driving.
What stopped you from getting a car for one day?
It was just not worth it to go see the stuff we were gonna see. You know what I mean? It was not a viable option for the type of trip I had. So that was I did miss that a lot.
All right. I agree. I love driving. Number 1, my 3-in-1 shampoo.
I have to say,
It's shampoo, conditioner, and cum.
Hey, I knew you were gonna say that for some reason.
And a third chemical.
They had good shampoo there, you know. But the thing is, I don't like bringing my shampoo on vacation. I don't like carrying like soaps and stuff in case like it melts or whatever, or it spills in the stuff. I'm even worried with like perfume and cologne, so I like wrap it up in like a million things. So I used like the shampoo from the hotels, bro, and it was terrible. Like my hair, like it was bad, you know.
Yeah.
And like towards the end, especially, bro, like my hair started getting like a little matted. And I'm like,
Mad at what?
no, matted. I mean, you bastard. And I started missing my 3-in-1 shampoo, and I would say that's the thing I missed the most.
Interesting.
All right, the half.
Next. I feel like Adam's list was better. And the half, I missed Pantelis. Oh.
So yeah, these are the things that I personally missed.
What did you miss about
on
me, big guy?
vacation. I would say your input and your timing.
Oh yeah.
So there were moments where I was seeing situations unfold, especially with tourists and people, and you know, situations with me and other people. Like it would have been.
I
funny.
wish my dad was here.
It would have been funny if Pantelis, you know, you have that timing to say shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, if he was here and he said that, it would be an already funny situation made funnier. There was a moment in Italy where I'm getting off a train and I'm carrying 2 suitcases out of the train, and it's a thin hallway, and this one dumb bitch. She tried to cut in front of everyone to get into the train first to grab seats.
I hate it when people just like.
And the thing is, she ran into me in that thin little hallway getting out. Now, the thing is, I have to get out because if I don't get out, people are going to start pouring in. I won't be able to get out. Anyways, it's going to be a whole mess, right? Doesn't she try to cut through the hallway to get through me? Are you listening to me, Pantelis?
Oh, trust me, I'm with you.
She tried to get through me. A small lady, half my size.
By try, was she coming close, assuming you're gonna start moving out, or
Not
did she
even
just go straight in?
She went straight as if she was going to go through me.
And I'm guessing you went through her.
And I'm thinking in my head, there's no way she thinks she's gonna make it through me, right? She bounces
Where is
into
this happening?
me in the train.
Oh, on the train.
She's running. She hits me, thinking she's gonna go through. She bounces, bro. It was like a cartoon. She bounces off of me and it hits the wall like a fly. It goes boom, boom, and she was like, and she was mad. She was mad at me for trying to get out of the train, and she cut. Anyways, there was a lot of that shit that I found entertaining.
Was she Italian?
No. I don't think
Tourist.
so. I think so. Yeah, tourist. I think French too. Anyways, the fucking French. There was this one German couple that I found hilarious. We were on the train to go to Lake Como, and people just bombard the train to go to Lake Como. And this one guy has his luggage on his seats. And I show up, bro, and we were on a mission to grab seats because it was still a pretty long train ride. It was like an hour and a half, you know, and we were tired.
And you're like, get your fucking luggage off the
So
seat.
I go to him, I go, hey, you know, the compartment on top, it fits because most of the trains, it's big enough even for big suitcases.
Yeah.
And this guy goes, they don't fit. I go, yeah, they fit. Bro, don't I grab his luggage, bro? I go, they fucking fit, bro. Don't I grab his luggage
And put it for him.
and put it for him in front of his girlfriend, bro?
Good.
I just emasculated the kid, bro. They were young. They were like 18.
But what an idiot. Like, dude, go fuck yourself, bro.
Yeah,
People want to sit.
and then you want to laugh. The entire trip, towards the end, he starts looking at me. In me, in my head, he's going to ask me to bring them down. I felt it. And then doesn't the train come to a stop? Hey, you know, since you put them up, can you help me bring them down?
Oh, sure, kid.
And then I look at him and I go, you're a man. You could do it.
You said that?
Yeah, you're a man. Aren't you a man? He goes, yeah. I go, you could do it. Try it. And he starts bringing, he goes, his back almost folds backwards. I go, see? You did it. Bro, the guy's suffering, bro.
Well, fuck your girlfriend. Mr. Adam.
So that was my Italy trip, all in all.
Fatwa Adam, how you doing?
What city did you fly into?
Sorry?
Did you fly into Rome? Did
But
you
we
go
don't
to
fly into things here.
Hey,
Where
yo.
did the plane land? Where did the plane land? Rome. Okay.
Not a tower.
Yeah.
Into Rome.
Right into it.
Rome is an open air museum, by the way. Yeah?
Beautiful.
Everywhere you walk is an archaeological find. Amazing. Loved it.
Adam, you ever been to Rome?
Nope. Never in the south. Central Europe, yes, but not southern.
Oh, you want to laugh? When I was in Rome, dude, there was I got a hotel room. Like
And I'm out of Belgium, man.
no. It was a block and a half. It was a block and a half away from, like, I think the gay club of Rome.
Nice.
Like the only gay club in Rome that they allow, I guess. And dude, like at night, it was a sea of gay dudes, bro. And then my girlfriend was like, "No, I know how this goes." So she grabbed my hand and put it up and guided me through the crowd of gay dudes.
Well, she thought the gay dudes wouldn't be able to control themselves around people.
and then one gay dude gave her like a dirty look, like, yeah, like.
You're taking the bear from us.
Listen, Pantelis, I actually thought I would look up to you in terms of, again, a person who's pretty wise because he has a lot of life experience, right? And we're intellectuals, so let me ask you if you can try and answer this question.
I can't believe he used this sentence. I'm going to. Whatever.
That's a weird sentence, but I'm going to get you killed. Go on.
Now, I don't have to repeat myself. There were a few select cases where I was kind of conned, used, screwed, whatever word you want to use, right?
Yeah, but you're never going to get tricked into doing something dangerous again.
No.
Exactly.
My question is, I have trouble understanding what another party would say, like yourself. You're in this situation, what would you do? Somebody's making you a business offer.
Well, it's not always a business offer. Sometimes you agree to do stupid shit that's dangerous just because someone told you. You're like a child. You go on the dare.
Go and collect the
Prime
bag.
example is this episode.
This is a very good.
If you watch back a few minutes before the top 5.5,
that's dangerous.
You'll understand.
You lost me.
Yeah, exactly. Go on. What's the question, honey?
Why? Okay. How is it that I got to figure out the right wording? If we were to operate under the pretext that your brain would extrapolate the data a little bit differently than mine, if we were to operate under the pretext, how would these signals and instructions coming from your brain to you would it be different from mine? That's part one. And what would those instructions tell you? A business offer is a business offer. You're generally there to take, you're there to make money. And do you trust a given person?
Is the money worth is the risk worth the reward? That's always the question.
And my gut feeling says if you would find yourself in that situation, you would say, no, it's not.
I would say, no, it's not, yeah.
Okay. Well, that took a total of half a second to say or 2 seconds.
But that's the truth. You got to gauge a scenario. Mm-hmm. So if someone's telling you, hey, Adam, jump off that bridge, there's water, but you know that everyone who's jumped off that bridge explodes when they land, it's too high. You shouldn't be like, all right, give me $1,000, I'll do it.
Let's back up a little bit. I'm sure you know what couriers do. I'm sure you know what their jobs are, right?
Yeah,
they go from point A to point B and they either drop something off or pick something up, right?
Right.
Someone asks you to go and meet somebody who has an envelope for you. I don't know where the alarm bells would be, where the alarm bells would be going off.
That entire sentence is suspicious. How are the alarm bells not going off?
Go and meet this woman. You worked for me as my courier before. You went to go and meet this guy. He gave you an envelope. You made $40.
Yeah, but you're not going to
Let me ask you a question. Why can't this person use Canada Post?
Yeah.
Because they're doing me a favor. They could.
Are you fucking stupid?
You deserve everything you've had happen to you.
Yeah.
It looked like they were doing... Okay, I was sorry. I said that poorly. I was I was led to believe that they were doing me a favor.
So this guy changed his whole business strategy to use you in order just to do you a favor.
I have a question. Was he going to pay you?
$40. Yeah.
How much?
You just said it.
$40.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a fucking question again, Adam. You dumb motherfucker.
I think I know where it's going.
Why would he rather pay you $40 instead of paying Canada Post Express even like $20? Or hand it himself? If it's local, right? It's local. It's not anywhere far away. It's local.
You got me on that one.
There's
I have
no
a
way.
funny feeling Pantelis is about to say, those are the alarm bells, right? Those exact words, what came out of his mouth,
A
represent the
stranger
alarm
saying,
bell.
hey, can you...
Not a stranger. It was a guy who was a friend, an acquaintance, whatever,
Hey, man, I just need you to go pick up a package from this lady in an envelope. Don't ask what it is. I'll give you $40. Yeah, it sounds fucking weird, especially from someone that is not really an acquaintance, a guy that you know in your gambling dens and your bars. Yeah, it reeks of suspicion. Any normal person would be sus.
You're a fish.
You're a big fish.
You're a fish.
So Sammy said it, and you agree, right?
You're literally...
Sammy
You're
didn't
just
have
going
to say
through
it.
life.
Okay, but now, guys, I'm 46 years old. I can understand if I've been in and out of these situations my whole life. These are a few select cases, that's all. And guess what?
But you have been in and out of your life out of these situations.
Look, I feel like...
But now you learned your lesson and you're never going to do anything dangerous again.
I kind of feel like I'm looking up to you like I would a parent. Well, have you done your due diligence? Are you going to stay away from that shit? A situation happens, you make it your business that it never happens again. I feel like shame on you for that situation ever arriving,
What? What did you just say?
Okay, so let me take a few steps backwards. I feel like I'm being treated like you're such a goddamn moron because you didn't see something like that coming. I prefer to say you got scammed, you got screwed. Make sure you never deal with that individual again, and wipe that whole slate clean.
Okay.
That's like I feel like I'm being treated like I'm being too much on the harsh side.
I mean, my concern is that you don't learn and you keep repeating the same mistakes.
Well, I hope you understand that I beg to differ.
This episode is proof of the opposite.
And this shit, remember, we're in the year 2024. This shit happened in 2021.
Right.
It's time for the courts to go, you know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, it happened a few weeks ago. Long buried in my, it's long buried.
Long dead and gone.
Yeah. So.
Like your victims. You know what? That laugh makes me nervous.
I'm gonna kill him.
I have to say, on my travels, so I took Air Transat, by the way. And right before I left, I got really nervous because the whole thing with the Boeing was coming out. You know, the whistleblowers and everything. P?
What do you mean whistleblowers?
So there were whistleblowers from Boeing that, they didn't do the proper checks on their planes and they're falling apart. And these whistleblowers ended up mysteriously dead.
Dead.
So I got really nervous that I was going to be taking a Boeing plane. And finally I found out that it was an Airbus, which is a French company. It's not any better. But, I was at least glad that it wasn't Boeing.
Wow.
And I took Air Transit, by the way, not Air Canada. You're listening, P?
I'm listening to everything you're saying. Don't worry about me.
And I have to say this publicly.
Uh-oh.
Air Canada, shame on you.
Shame.
Really?
Shame.
Shame.
You are such a garbage fucking company.
Garbage fucking company.
Air Canada is such a garbage company.
Say it again, sister.
Garbage company. Air
Garbage.
Canada is. I said that like Yoda.
I'm guessing you've flown Air Canada before. That's
And
why you're saying it?
it's so garbage that Air Transat made the bare minimum, and it surprised me. Like, that's how garbage Air Canada is. Canceling flights, all this shit. First of all, Air Transat, they were on time. They were respectful. They didn't lose your luggage. They didn't lose any. Bro, everything
feed you
went
well?
The flight went so smooth, bro. The flight went so smooth. And when I had headphones in, they would give you a little tap, like, hey, and then oh yeah, do you want anything? Air Canada doesn't give a fuck. They just run by you in the fucking aisle. Bro, shame on you for being such a shitty airline.
Very
that
shitty.
You're being put to shame by none other than Air Transat. Air Transat it isn't even a big airline.
They're not even real.
Were they not supposed to merge with Air Canada, or it was an idea, right? It
was an idea.
Oh, it never
Yeah.
came to fruition.
You know
And
how I
thank
know
God
that
they
Air Canada
didn't-
shit? Because I fly with Porter a bit now.
Yeah.
Porter's so awesome.
And wasn't Porter the lower end one?
No,
in
it's
the
not
States?
lower end.
They
No,
fly
it's
to
not in the
Toronto,
States,
I think,
Canada.
Oh no, that's what's it called? It's in Canada.
You're thinking
Porter,
of
sorry.
Ryanair.
Yeah, there you go.
That's in
Sorry,
Europe.
that's not in Europe. But anyways, yeah, how are you this bad? That's literally all you do. You know what I mean? You have one job.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you're having these issues as a company. And what's crazy is on the screen I work, we have the screen of the flights, and then all you see, all the delayed flights to tomorrow is Air Canada. Every other airline is not delayed somehow.
Wow.
Explain to me how every other airline is not running into these issues, and somehow Air Canada, not only is it a business, but it's also government funded.
I was about to say that.
And is running into these insane issues all the time, and no other airline has this problem. Explain to me. How does this happen? How have the shareholders not pulled out yet? It's insane.
Pulling out, that's a skill.
Hey.
We're all victims of not pulling out on time. Let me tell you.
Including his parents.
Hey, Adam, have you...
Sorry,
no,
that
that's
was
not-
mean. That was mean, Adam.
Have
I
you ever
apologize.
exploded a condom?
Never, no.
Like while banging, I'm saying.
No, never.
All right.
Why would you ask that?
These are just questions, bro. These are just...
Oh, okay.
We're just a bunch of dudes talking.
Okay, just a bunch of dudes asking dude things. I get it.
Adam, you ever explode a condom?
No.
You've exploded into a
I
condom.
can't talk to you guys.
Why?
I'm trying to set up a joke.
Okay.
It's okay. Next question. Adam.
Yes.
Wait, was I supposed to say yes?
No, it's okay. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
It's funnier if now if I go through it's not gonna be as funny.
Okay.
But later you're gonna laugh. You're gonna be like, oh, I wish I caught on.
Okay.
Adam,
Yes.
your new job.
Yes.
Yes.
If I would have to count the hours you're actually working per week, how many hours?
Between 25 and 30.
It's not bad.
I haven't gotten my first full pay, so that's a very good question. I have to look at my stub and see.
Could you imagine he's been punching in the wrong paper or something? Is it a paper you have to punch?
No.
Is,
They have files. They show me the schedule, and I go to a certain place, and that's it. There's no.
So there's no proof that you signed anything that says I work this many hours.
That's right.
Let me ask you, who's your boss? What nationality is he?
She's Quebecois.
Okay.
That's I honestly, for your job, I would have assumed there would have been a more thorough background check.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
I'm actually very happy.
I told you, or as I told you earlier, they're going to check your background one way or the other. So am I going to hide it from them and I'll work 2 weeks and say you're fired? I had to tell them.
No, I just, considering what you do,
Yes.
because you told them, you said, hey, I have a criminal record.
Here's how the role playing went.
Yeah.
They said, Mr. Adam, we're going to do a criminal
Here's how
check
the role
on
playing
you.
went.
Here's how the conversation went between
so
me and the interviewer.
can I be the interviewer?
Sure.
Hi, Adam. How's it going?
Not bad.
Thank you for coming into this interview. Thank you for wearing a nice shirt. We appreciate it. You do have a valid driver's license, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any experience in dealing with children or tantrum management or anything of the sort?
No, I've been an Uber driver before.
Perfect. All right. So no experience with kids. Any experience, I don't know, maybe with the elderly?
Nope.
Okay, that's good.
We
How
went too
committed?
far.
How
You
committed
should have
are
asked
you?
me about the driving
Hold on.
part.
How committed are you to this job?
Very.
Yeah, and you have a valid driver's license.
Yes, I do.
All right. Anything I should know about you?
I will send you a picture. This is a little detail, but I technically, if you have too many demerit points, then they may not insure you, in which case you won't work. But I've only got one demerit point on my file.
Okay. So thank you for telling me you only have one demerit point. Now, why is that?
Because I got a speeding ticket.
One ticket?
Yep. Everything else is off my record.
So you got one ticket and you lost 1 point.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
I got
not bad.
14 more to go.
That's not bad at all. And you were speeding. Was it a school zone?
No.
That would have been a deal breaker. Okay. Anything else we need to know about?
I have to correct you. You're going to say, Mr. Adam, we're going to be doing a criminal check on
So,
you.
Mr. Adam, given the sensitivity of what you're doing and the people that you're driving around, our most vulnerable little tykes, we will have to do a criminal background check on you. Does that bother you? Is there anything we're going to find out about you?
I have to add, actually. I initially said, no, that's fine. At the end of the interview, okay, listen to this. They already said you got the job. Just please wait for your schedule. That's when I told them, by the way, I got arrested for fraud.
Okay. What I'm telling you is right now we're doing it, and now you're in. You already got the job, let's say. I'm like, Adam, by the way, we're going to do a thorough background investigation on you. Obviously, we have to do that. We don't want any of these kids going missing.
So here's the thing. 5 minutes or 10 minutes before the end of the interview,
You just blurred out yourself.
Yes.
What did you say exactly? I'm the interviewer
I
now.
said...
I'm the interviewer.
Okay, so there was a whole bunch of paperwork. On one of the papers,
Adam,
you
Adam-
were expected to say... I'm trying to remember if I said it first or I filled out the paperwork first. Okay, I said, actually, I do have a record, but it's something minor. First and only time
Adam,
I got
I bet
arrested.
it is.
Here's the problem: is since you're dealing with these minors, what kind of minor?
Okay, I have to do the role playing because I have to remember. It's
Right.
better if I do it.
Let's role play.
I said I got arrested only once in my life. I initially said it was a
was a
You have to
minor.
write it. When we do our criminal check, what will come out? Which court was it? What was the date? So
Okay,
I
but
wrote-
you
the
basically-
only thing I didn't write was what happened, and I replaced it with fraud. I said I got a fraud
Okay,
charge.
so when she asked, you said I've done only one thing. I've been arrested once, and it was a minor.
Yes.
Okay, that to me would have been a red flag. I would have fucking kicked you out of the office.
Hey, what do you want me to tell you?
But she said, has it ever happened again with a minor?
And I even went deeper than that. I said my house
Oh.
arrest stops in 2 months. I got it.
Yeah. So in 2 months, I'll be allowed to come around our work zones.
Listen, your choice of words is interesting, but
Yeah.
all I'm saying is it has no bearing on anything because I work in a day.
Which
if
is
the job
amazing.
was from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., yes, it would have a bearing, but it had no bearing.
Which I find amazing.
Furthermore, she said, well, some of our drivers have been arrested. I think one guy said he did shoplifting in a depanneur. So fine. What she said, as long as your job has no impediment on the fact that you're driving certain kinds of people. And I said, no, it doesn't. So that's it.
Okay, that's perfect.
Can I say there's something so depressing about getting arrested for shoplifting in a depanneur?
Like
Something-
you could just leave.
Something so sad.
You don't have to stay. The guy has
Yeah.
to come around the counter.
Yeah. You could just dip.
There could be a security guard. Who knows?
At a depanneur. This
don't
isn't
know.
Winners.
Kushtar has I don't know. Whatever. I'm just, I'm figuring there might be some places where there are.
So you just blurted out, By the way, I'm a criminal.
I did it suavely, okay?
Oh, let's hear
The
this.
woman says,
But we want to hear how you did
Okay,
it. That's why we're
okay.
doing this role playing thing. You
I know
goddamn
that you're
bastard.
thinking I'm hiding stuff. I'm jogging
No, it's
my
not that
memory.
you're hiding stuff. It's
I'm
not that
trying
you're
my
hiding
best to
stuff.
jog
Listen
my
to me,
memory.
Adam. The listeners and the fans, they want to hear how you did it. This is why we
Okay,
did this
no
whole
problem.
role playing thing.
No problem.
It's not to make fun of you or to
It's to entertain the
It's to
listeners.
entertain the listeners. We don't want to hear about how you went into the technical and then this and that. We just
Right.
want to hear how
The
you did it
important detail.
suavely. That's
Okay.
it.
Initially, I said, no problem. We're going to do a criminal. Pantelis worded it very well. We're going to do a criminal background check on you. Is that okay? No problem. Later on, I guess you could say I put that whole subject on hold. I changed the subject with her, right, with the interviewer. And then we were talking about it. Eventually, she gave me
What the fuck was that?
What is that?
my phone.
Was that a dinosaur? Is your ringtone a dinosaur?
I'll tell you after.
His ringtone is a dinosaur.
Bro, he's done weirder things.
That's true.
So at the end of the interview, when we don't have to talk about why. I just decided towards the end of the interview, say, ma'am, I actually did get arrested for something. It was very minor. She said, what is it? Make sure you include it on the paper where you write, when we do a background check on you, well, what we get is reflective of what you say we'll get, you know? If I did an armed robbery, you know, and I said I shoplifted, well, there's a you understand?
Yeah,
Is
we
what
get it.
we get the same information that you claim you did.
So, I understand you did all this.
So-
Now, how did you say it so suavely? Can you recreate it?
So I said, I did get arrested. It was the first time in my life. I've never had a problem with the police when I was younger. Here's what happened.
Are you sure that's how you said it? Because you said it suavely. You didn't pull out.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
And the woman said,
I know,
Don't worry about it.
I know the ladies like bad boys. I just want you to know, I've been arrested. I have a criminal record.
So
How do you feel about that? Is that what you asked her? How do you feel about that?
words.
How do you feel about that, lady? I'm saying lady.
The
'cause I
bottom
don't
line
know.
is, I don't know what to tell you. Listen, I can't read her mind. What I will make clear to you is the fact that she said we have other people on our staff that have been arrested before, and they're working with us.
But
So
can we
obviously-
address these companies hiring criminals?
Yeah, dude, this is crazy to me. That's what I'm saying. Of all the companies.
of all the companies, and of all the type of job, they're hiring fucking criminals, bro. Can you explain how the fuck does this keep happening?
Like
Anyways.
you of all, like,
Yeah,
dude,
anyways
everything you
is the
told
right
me,
word.
you do realize that that's not the. Anyways, that's the last job that should hire someone with your record with minors.
Anyways, listen, I wanted to actually leapfrog into another similar discussion, and I wanted to ask you something interesting, okay? Delete me from the equation. If you look at somebody like Jay Leno, any famous Saturday Night Live host, any famous host who has their own, their own podcast or their own show, right? How reasonable would it be for me to say that these guests may say, I don't mind talking about this, I don't mind talking about this, but I do not want to talk about this? How reasonable would it be for me to say that it would be something that I should figure? In terms of what they say before they get on the show, this is how I would like our conversation to go. You understand what I mean? How reasonable would it be for them to give their series of recommendations? This is okay for me to talk. This is not okay for me.
Yeah, they don't normally give their recommendations because they won't go on if they're too scared to talk about stuff.
No.
Okay.
'Cause that's the thing is that's what you're not understanding. You think you can take a knife and then cut out certain subjects from your life.
Well,
when
I've
you-
never been on a podcast, so that's all.
No,
I
Yes,
no,
you
no.
have. You've been on the podcast for 2 years now. So
Yes,
Prior
yes.
to this one,
I know, but you
excuse
can't
me.
keep saying that. It's
Yeah,
like
you-
saying I have never been an adult prior to the fucking 26 years I've been an adult. 36 years. It's
you know.
crazy.
So
Okay, so
you when you decide to expose yourself to the public eye like that, you cannot.
Yeah, and now you can't do that anymore because of the whole job.
Yeah, you cannot cut out certain sections. Although you may try, you can change it. Which the best you could do is talk about it a bit and change the subject. But you cannot just be like, I don't want to talk about this.
Too suspicious.
Because then it's
I have a good question.
Hold on. I didn't finish my fucking
sorry,
sentence.
I'm
You piece
sorry.
of garbage.
excited.
Sorry, that was rude. You cannot. You still have to talk about it. You cannot because then it makes people. Hold on. What is it we want to talk about? It makes it seem worse. You can't just be like, no. You know what I mean?
Okay, your point is valid.
And you're already very
I can't
incriminating.
help but
Yes.
wonder what is. I just want to hear yes or no. Okay, do you think that if any guest goes on, I don't care, Jay Leno show, let's say, right? Do you think that person may want to sign a contract that says, I am not to talk about this? You know what I mean? Just
No,
so
they
that
don't
they're
sign contract, but if there's something, they'll say like, "Hey, man, I'm very sad. Can you not talk about my my boyfriend breaking up with me?"
Or my cat that died.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
But every time you come in here, you're like, "Hey,
But
guys."
I can't say that for whatever reason, right?
You could, but every time you come in, you say the opposite.
Hold on, because now he's being sneaky about it.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm
hold
just
on.
trying to-
Stop it, because
I know Poseidon's gonna say because here's what you do, which is
Yes,
annoying.
you don't. You're not. Hold on. You don't come in and you're like, "Hey, my cat just died. I don't want to talk about this." You start talking about something,
And then
okay,
you
start
regret talking about it, and then you tell us that we're bad for not going back
Yeah,
in time and
or-
making you not talk about
Yes,
it.
or another thing that you do, you fucking motherfucker, okay, is you'll take a story, talk about it, but then take out certain chunks of the story, and you don't want to talk about certain chunks. So what you do is different from what you just mentioned. You're a fucking weasel, bro. You're sneaky.
you are weaselly.
You're
If you
sneaky
don't know
bastard.
about
You're a sneaky bastard because you're taking this example that you mentioned and pairing it with what you do, which is not the same thing. You're comparing apples to oranges, and you think you will pass one over our head because you tire us out after an hour, and you think now I'm gonna get the wool over their head, but no. I think we're gonna close on that.
Yeah, that was good. That was
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to this nonsense.
intellectuals out.
Peace.